so sorry. I don't understand, and I've been trying to understand it for the longest time. My phone just seized up because it that's it. So I couldn't continue on my phone, so I had to go on another device. So thank God I'm able to do that. But our timer is still going, and I cannot. I'm sorry. I hope you guys were able to find us back so we can finish these few points. Pinpointing the rule makers. We were talking about affirmation, in terms of affirmation, in terms of consequences, and in terms of repetition. If you're just joining us, we were talking about in chapter 5 of Believing Bigger, identifying rule makers, and pinpointing them on things that we have developed in growing up and addressing and getting used to as routines, and which has helped formed us as who we are as individuals. In terms of repetition, if you follow the first viewing or session, you'll come back to this part here. Repetition. In terms of repetition, what are the things you've mastered over time that are just automatic for you now? What are the habits, beliefs, attitudes, or even skills you've learned that taught you how to navigate life? And we were just talking about it, saying how things we've learned to do just because of habit, or just because of the information that our parents or our adult responsible people have told us on how we should handle, how we should do our lives, how we should clean our house, how we should, certain things that they said that affected us in growing up. So what are the things you've mastered? Yeah, you say, okay, you know not to put your pocketbook on the floor, or you have to wash your clothes by a certain time of the year. You have to, whatever it is, it has molded you. It has affected you in one way or another. And also now that you have achieved and mastered that, I see that you pass it down to your children. So it's become hereditary. It's become the norm. It's become a tradition. In our family, okay, as I said, we see on Sundays that our family cooks big Sunday dinners. Mama. Mama cooks Sunday dinner. Mama always, in our culture, rice and peas is, if you don't cook rice and peas on a Sunday, it's a problem. Well, that's changed for me. If I don't cook rice and peas all week, it is what it is. I can't believe I'm saying that, because that's something that I love. That's something that I grew up on. But due to the lifestyle change that I've made, I can't even eat rice that much. It's real. We we have developed habits and rituals and routines so much that they have become a part of us, and it instills on who we are as a person. For now, take a moment and list them out, as this was the task that she wanted you to do, Michonne. Don't be shy. It's just me and you, which is you and all of us. We'll soon figure out how these are showing up in your life and how they might actually be the very dams blocking your higher purpose, new season, or next level. So sometimes the things that we've learned, we need to unlearn. Wow. Sometimes the things that we've learned, we need to unlearn to change to the next level of our lives. Because sometimes what we've learned has become a blocker or hindrance. I hope that you guys are able to find me back, because this is a very important information that has been an eye opener to me. I remember sometimes I said certain things. I'm like, back in the day, they said if you don't do it, somebody else will. And in some retrospect, they were talking about in your relationship. If I don't do it, I just won't do it. You're going to lose them if you don't. Well, I guess I lost them. Because I listened to hearsay or things that I grew up on and watching the movies I did and the teachings that the parents said, if I'm going to stoop to something where I don't want to do and I'm going to lose myself eventually. So why should I do that? I thank God for the education that I have, that the experiences I've learned from, to know that I'm not going to stoop to the level where I lose myself in pleasing someone else. Huh? I'm going to do this to keep you. We'll move on. Get to stepping. Hey, Tabitha, it's okay. You're here for the second part. Just watch the first part later. My phone, someone called me and they shouldn't have called me right now. What to keep and what to kick to the curb. She came up with 3 bucket rule makers. What beliefs and lessons have been at play in the building of our current life? Not all these rules are bad. Some of them are very important. And others are false narratives we need to get past in order to get to our bigger and more blessed life. Just like what I just said. She just said it better. Which are the experiences and people we ignore that we should pay attention to? And what are the things we pay attention to that we should really ignore? That's deep. I'm going to say that again. Which are the experiences and people we ignore that we should pay attention to? And what are the things we pay attention to that we should really ignore? How do we know even the difference? The best way to figure that out, or what to keep and what to kick to the curb, is to put our major life lessons into 3 information buckets. Now it's funny how people come up with the bucket list, right? Well, she broke it down into 3 buckets: a blessed, a bad, and broken. So we're going to talk about the 3 buckets because time is gone now, and I just want to get this information out to you guys, and you guys can go over it. If you have the book, you can check. It's in chapter 5. The blessed information is the bucket number 1. Most of the information we get from others is what we call, or she calls, blessed. It's heaven sent, it's true, it's right, and helps you and others. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a spiritual in nature. For example, say you learn to change the oil in your car. That's blessed. Say you learn to pray. That's blessed too. But both are productive and move you forward in some way, fashion, or form. It moves you forward. Both helps others. Blessed information and teaching enriches our lives, our self-esteem, our abilities and our opportunities, our knowledge, our outlook, and our decision-making capacities. Blessed is good. Blessed is very, very good. But we most certainly want to hold on to the lessons and nuggets that fall into the blessed bucket. So, right off the bat, you need to get on a piece of paper and write down these 3 buckets. The first bucket that we just talked about is the blessed information. Something that edifies you and edifies others. It's something you learn, something you retain it, keep it so it can help you. Number 2, bucket number 2 is called bad information. At the other end of the spectrum is bad information. We've all gotten bad information before. For instance, you ask for directions and get misled. Wow. Someone gives you their opinion about your clothes on your... Wait a minute. Who the heck? I'm sorry. Someone gives you their opinion about your clothes and your hair, but it's all wrong for you. And it's on my body? I believe that by large people mean well. They do? No. We're all just doing the best we can. They are showing us some that couldn't give a flying fart. And we all encounter a person here or there that is out to sabotage us. To sabotage. Y'all know me in words, right? And I'm sabotaging myself by saying that word. But there are people out there purposely, I call them professionals, out there to see that you don't succeed in life. Bad information. They ain't gonna tell you nothing good. They're gonna say, "Ooh, that's not a good idea." Even though they know it's a good idea, they don't want you to do it. They don't want you to achieve anything. So they're gonna say negative things to you. So it infiltrates your mind and keeps you in that negative place, and you can't move because you have absorbed all the foolishness they have said to you. Sorry, I kind of took that personally. But for the most part, people mean well when they give you or give us advice. But some of the things we are taught are just flat out not true. So let's stop and pause just for a moment. If I could get your to underline this and have the words flashing on and off in a bright red lights right now, I would. This is what Mashawn is saying to you. Here's what she's saying about bad information. Not everything you've learned will get you to where you need to be. I'm going to let that marinate for a minute. Not everything you learn will get you where you need to be. Even if it's been working for you so far, what got you what got you here won't necessarily get you there. And what got you out of Egypt won't get you into your promised land. This is some deep stuff. And I'm just reading these paragraphs because it's so imperative to us for us to think about. It's for us to consider and kind of reassess what we've been learning all this time and wondering why we can't progress, we can't move forward. We have the tools, but we're not using the correct way, or we've been using it the wrong way, or not using it at all. Because of what someone has told us, because of what someone has said. I would love for y'all to put in the comments if y'all agreeing to what I'm saying. If not, if I'm saying foolishness, tell me that too. But this is so true to me. Many a times we think if I know that you're going to succeed more than me, not me personally, just generally speaking, I'm going to tell you things that I don't want you to get further than me. That's a crab-like mentality. You're all in the bucket and you all want to get out. But when they see someone else going up faster, they try to pull you down so they hang on to you. You ever try to cook a crab? He know he about to die. But ooh-wee, baby, if he don't hold on to somebody else, because I'm not staying in this hot water, don't put me in there. So I'm going to grab whatever means necessary. If I got to push on somebody on the way up, that's what I got to do. Crab-like mentality. Bad information. Bad. An example could be the popular mantra, if you want something done right, you got to do it yourself. That ain't wisdom, she says. It's bad dressed up as blessed. I didn't. This is in Mashawn book, chapter 5, page 90. Wow. It keeps us isolated and overwhelmed. The Bible talks of wisdom being found in a multitude of quality counsel. Even Christ needed a crew, and so do you. Bad information can include mistaking humility for hiding, a common lesson that many of us are taught. Oh my God. Believing that caring for yourself makes you selfish. Believing that Being ambitious means you're greedy. All of the things we're told about what women can't be or shouldn't do, it's bad teaching. It's not blessed. I'm I don't know if y'all. I just want to. I want to hit an amen right here. I don't got no yes button, but what? Believing that caring for yourself makes you selfish. People tell people that. That's why we struggle with self-care so much. Believing that being ambitious means you're greedy. What? I want the best for me. And if I'm going to lose some friends in the process or family members, so be it. I'm selfish then, hell. That's because I want the best for me. I can't be good to you if I'm not taking care of me. I don't have anything nourishing for myself. What am I giving? I'm giving you emptiness. I'm giving you a hollow bucket. It's not full of nothing. It's full of the all of these things we're told about women can't be and shouldn't do, and it's bad teaching, not blessed. Bucket number three, broken information. Somewhere in the middle between blessed and bad is broken information. Broken info is like a part of in your car that may have worked just fine for a while, but eventually breaks down and needs to be replaced. Most broken information comes from opinions and traditions. I'm going to have a drink on that. Y'all still with me? Y'all hearing this? Y'all hearing what the words that are coming out of my mouth? We got two and a half minutes. This is serious. Opinions. Many of our closely held beliefs are opinions we've heard and adopted from others, now passed along. This is why it's so easy to end up following someone else's dream and living someone else's life, not yours, without even knowing it. Otherwise, others' views become your views, their voice, your voice, and their example becomes your roadmap. It may start you off in the right direction, but soon you'll start to feel discontent, unsatisfied, or just out of alignment. And you won't, that's powerful. And you won't even know why, because you did all the right things and followed all of the right advice, but it wasn't yours. It was broken information. The time is well spent. I'm so sorry for the interruption, and I just hope that I was even helpful with the little information that I was able to give you. On page 91, she says tradition is the second source of broken information. By this, she's referring to all the teachings that have been passed down to us about culture, religion, and family history. A lot of it is good, but a lot of it is junk. Some of what we've been taught to believe and do has nothing to do with God or what God actually wants for us. It's just a passed down rule that people follow because they've always done it, and now they expect you to do it too. Tradition largely exists to maintain the status quo. Drop mic. I'm ending on that. This book right here, in the comments, anything I've said, can you guys just put one word or phrase or remembering something that was essential to you tonight? I know we had interruption, and I know the enemy didn't like us for me to get this information out, but I thought that it was important to break it down, because if we're trying to find out our purpose, first of all, we have to find out what has caused us not to even know what our purpose is. So we have to go to the root of the problem in order to find the purpose, because we want to make sure that we're nurturing or fertilizing the ground. But if the ground can't be fertilized, we need to weed up before we start for our purpose. And I believe that that's identifying, categorizing, the same way Lakeisha talks about on her Saturday Success, where if you want to organize the space, first you got to clear it out. You can't organize anything and still have it the same. All you're doing is moving stuff around. Start with a clean slate. So with our lives, we have to sometimes reset. Sometimes we have to start over, start afresh. Today, I was so proud of myself. I was so productive in working with my planners and making sure that it's customized to me. Because all the time I keep looking at other people's stuff and I'm just putting this together. Okay, that's the way that they did this or did. No, you have to find what template works for you. And if you've been trying a system that has not been edifying to you or educating or lifting you up, it's okay to stop. If the system is not working, why should you continue in it? Why should you continue in it? It's not working. This is 2021. We don't got no time to be sitting in the stuff, forcing it because, okay, yeah, you spent money on it, but it ain't working for you. You got to try something to see if it works for you. In certain retrospect, don't get me wrong. I don't want to mess up nobody's brain. But I never thought I would be in a pocket. I never thought I'd be in a A6. I never thought I'd be in a B6 because I was stuck in big and classic, and that's all I knew I was introduced to. I didn't know about these sizes. I didn't think I could use those. HP Mini. But people find ways to make things work for them. Hey, Karen, sweetie. And I pray that the information I gave you guys tonight will help you kind of start reassessing your life, reassessing what information have you been using and why things haven't been working out. Or if it's working for you, then bottle it up and sell it. Hell, just be grateful that something's working for you. Right? I hope you guys were blessed this evening. I hope I got the message out. We will continue next week. I'm gonna be here, y'all. No problem, Kim. But just watch the replay. Watch part 1. I'm sorry that the phone interrupted us. I put on Do Not Disturb. I want to put it in airplane mode and go fly up there, stay there or something, because they still trying to come in. But I know that the information was good tonight. It touched me and I want to share it with you all. We talked about chapter 5 tonight with 3 rules and then 3 different buckets. How to categorize situations or experiences or things that we've learned in our life and to decipher what is working for us or what didn't work for us, because everything in your life that you experience, it is a part of your book. It is a message to you, to your life. And it's an experience for you to leave on the pages of your life to share with someone else. Because your experiences, even though there might be failures or success, can help somebody else. Let's not be selfish with our experience. Giving that experience or sharing it with someone to help them so they don't gotta stumble along the way. Be blessed tonight, y'all. I hope you guys enjoyed this session. Please give it a thumbs up. Put in the comments, as I was asking someone to share, did they remember anything that we talked about tonight that touched them or that kind of made it be an eye-opener? Put it in your comments. And if you're watching the rebroadcast, thank you so much for coming back and watching. And I will see you in the next one, next week, Tuesday night, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we continue believing bigger. Be blessed, y'all. I ain't giving y'all an assignment tonight. I want y'all to go through and categorize. That's your assignment. Go through and categorize. Set up those buckets. It's not a bucket list. It's 3 buckets that you categorize your experiences. Number 1, the blessed information. All the information that has blessed you. Number 2, the bad information. Decipher what's good and bad. And number 3 was broken information. I hope you guys are reading this book. If not, listen to the Audible. What was last week's assignment? Last week's assignment was going through the purpose map, or reading up to chapter 7. That's what was last week. We didn't even have a session, but the week before it was reading up to chapter 7. And I'm going to come back and we're going to do some more journaling next week, Tuesday at 6 p.m. We're going to go back to and share with the devotional, the 100 days of devotion. We're just going to continue doing that. This one, this is going to be a while. The devotion book. It's 100 days. Hell. But this book, if I'm trying to break it down that way, you guys that don't have the book have the experience of what we've been reading. So I didn't want to continue just keep reading, and if you don't have the book, I don't want you to miss out. So I'm taking out certain categories and breaking it down with you to share. Right? So you guys be blessed. And as I said, do that category thing with the information, the breaking it down, and post the pictures on DnP Lifestyle Instagram page. And let me see. I saw some other ones last week, and I'm thank you guys for partaking and being a part of this. Are we supposed to do devotional each day? Yes, Kim, each day. And what I did is I told you guys I have a journal just for that. When I do my devotion, I have a journal just for that. This is the last one we did together. This was the last one. It was the purpose. What's the pathway? The purpose pathway. And I kind of expressed what we were reading and talking about, and certain things that have affected us on our purpose pathway. And that's what we did together the last time we came together on YouTube. So please continue to read your journal, your devotional, and the book, and get it on the Audible. If not, let me know if you want to get this book, because I know people are trying to bless others because it's such a good book. So thank you guys for your time tonight. Be blessed, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye. See you tomorrow, Wellness Wednesday, right here on YouTube at 1 p.m. And I'll see you in the morning after 10 on Instagram. Be blessed. Bye.